Okay, so I'm here today with Johnny Frankland, who's the founder of Winning Teams. And first of all, Johnny, I'd like to ask you about Winning Teams in terms of it's a very new, refreshing, different kind of organisation. What inspired you to start Winning Teams?
Thank you, Alistair, for inviting me in today. Yeah, great question. Well, it was really my experience in the whole change management arena. Having been involved in that area for over 5 years, I've just witnessed, frankly, so many change programs that weren't delivering any return on investment. There was no measurable value coming out of a vast majority of the programs we were looking at. Right. And therefore, organisations were clearly suffering because they weren't improving their performance as quickly as they wanted to. In a lot of cases, they were investing significant money and significant resources on initiatives that they felt were going to add value, but actually they were getting no return from all of the resources that they were expending. And actually, when we really looked at it, a lot of these programs were flawed at source. They weren't actually addressing, the real causes of performance limitation. So this whole issue of being aware that organisations have a real enthusiasm to improve. These are the type of organisations that Winning Teams were set up to work with. Ones that are ambitious, keen to improve their performance in a tangible and measurable way, and understand that a systemic approach to doing that is the way forward. You need to take your people, you need to improve your processes, etc. to achieve.
So what makes Winning Teams stand out then, Johnny? What do they do that makes them different?
Well, the real heart of Winning Teams is measurable performance improvement. Our purpose from day one is to be the pioneers of measurable performance improvement, and therefore we make sure that we are only focusing all of our energies and efforts on things that are actually measurable. And the simple model that we apply is that every business in the commercial world is looking to maximise its own profitability. And if you're doing that, there are 3 key elements that you need to constantly strike the right balance between, and those are increasing efficiency, increasing revenue, and protecting existing revenue. And again, experience shows that it can quite easily be tempting to focus on one or other of those areas to the detriment of one of the others. And it's all about finding this optimum balance. And my enthusiasm and passion for the Formula One environment led me to research that environment over the past 2 seasons, and they provide the perfect profile of how they maintain this constant balancing act from one week to the next to support their desire to constantly improve performance.
And that would also indicate that, like a Formula One team, you have a full range of specialists in different areas. Could you tell us how that presents an advantage to any potential client?
Absolutely. The whole concept of Winning Teams was to really be able to guarantee to our clients that we're going to measurably improve their performance. We need to be providing them access to the best specialists there are in the marketplace. Therefore, what I've been doing, my whole mission has been to look out into the marketplace and find the people that are the most passionate, the most highly skilled, and the most energised and inspiring people that work in their specialist area of performance.
So what are the kind of ranges of fields that they be in?
They cover all areas fundamentally. So because we take a systemic view of performance, we fundamentally believe you need to look at your organisational factors as well as the people-based factors. We ensure that we've got a team that have resources that will address issues in all of those areas. So, for example, that might include the purpose and vision of the organisation. Obviously one of the key areas that you're very skilled in. It might be the strategy, it might be the performance management side, it might be the processes and systems from an organisational point of view. But on the people side, it could be leadership capability and development, it could be management, it could be specific skills training, it could be specific soft skills that need to be enhanced anywhere in the organisation. So that's the key thing really. It's all about providing a specialist pit crew that can provide that fantastic learning and actually present that learning. One of the things we're absolutely focused on is not just learning for learning's sake. It's all about understanding what the operational context is, that each client is looking to improve performance, understanding and diagnosing where they're strong and where they're weak, and then providing learnings that all of the delegates can actually apply back in the workplace the following day.
Okay, great. And what would you advise if anybody's interested in what you have to say? What would you advise them to do as the next step?
Well, the simplest next step. Obviously, we're always keen to talk to anyone who's got a performance challenge that they're very keen to make some tangible improvements against, because that really is our core skill. But we have a series of videos on our website, which if you can spare 10 to 15 minutes, you can gain an awful lot of information from there. I would suggest the first starting point that really lays out the whole Winning Teams framework is the 3 coordinates video, which really just shows any organisation how to plot a straight line between where they are now and where they ultimately want to get to, and it will ultimately maximise their confidence in achieving their targets, and along that journey actually getting a positive return on all of their investments in change.
Johnny Frankland, founder of Winning Teams, thank you very much.
Thank you.